This is Joe Pugh for IFLTV. We're here at the OVO Arena, Wembley. Spencer Feeron, what an absolute, I don't even know. Words can't describe what they've done here today at Wembley.
May we say humbly that Turki Al-Sheikh has shaken up boxing, His Excellency, because he's been excellent for boxing. And if you can't love what he's put together, then there's something wrong. And I don't need to run him down for no Saudi money because, as we all know, I'm the agent of myself and Liam Bowles of Brad Young, who's now signed with Alaruba. So I'm so humbled by that. And I say a massive big up to Satim, massive big up to Fawaz, and massive big up to his president, Munez. They treat me like royalty when I was out there, so different level. But what Saudi Arabia is doing, I've been speaking to my brother from another mother, Milo Morris of the Legacy Foundation, saying, listen, we got to go live in Saudi, man. Trust me. Saudi's the greatest place.
Steve Bunce, I think, put it quite correctly when he said this is the first ever fight week he's covered in the UK where it hasn't felt like he's been in the UK. It feels like he's in Saudi, he's in the big fights over in the States.
Because Steve Bunce has got sense. I was just speaking to Steve, right? And you know, it doesn't feel like it. It feels like they've literally brought Saudi Arabia to the UK.
How many times have we been Wembley? It never looks like that.
Never ever. I've been Wembley on many occasions. Matter of fact, the first time I was here was in 1980, right? When my elder cousins took me to watch Alan Minter versus Marvin Hagler. I was there at that fight. This was actually in this arena, right? It never felt like this. I've been here fight after fight after fight. I've seen big fights and all the rest of it. This is a public workout mixed with boxing, and it's never been like this. So this is incredible, man.
Right, let's talk about the main event because I don't want to take you too long. You was on your way out.
Yeah,
Anthony Joshua, Daniel Dubois, break it down for me.
It's a grotesque mismatch.
Wow.
Right?
You said the exact same thing when I interviewed you in the build-up to the AJ Ngannou fight. Right. So could we see the same type of result?
No, simply because here's a man that's got fundamentals in boxing. One thing we can't take away from him, and Daniel Dubois has an excellent jab. I've got to give him that. But you're seeing with a team, we're seeing things that are like faltering a little bit, right?
What do you mean by that?
They're faltering simply the fact that you see with Anthony Joshua, he always gives homage to his training team. And there is no I in team. Daniel Dubois needs to understand that. It's not no I, and it's not Daniel Dubois and his dad. It's Daniel Dubois, his dad, Don Charles, Kieran Farrell, the rest of the guys in the team, Ian, right? There's a team there, but it doesn't seem that way in Daniel Dubois' mind. And when he gets punched in the head and you're going back to a corner where you could see he's a little bit nonchalant when given instruction from Don Charles, right? He's always looking for his dad for safety. That's the worst thing when you're going in with a noted, proven, world-class, world championship puncher in Anthony Joshua, who has a bee in his bonnet. When have you ever seen Anthony Joshua say, I'll pick up the chair and hit you on your fucking head? When have you ever heard that? I'll say, well, hold up a second, brother. What kind of Watford fog is this, right? So I'm just keeping this thing totally 100, yeah? We need Anthony Joshua to win. We don't need Daniel Dubois. I'm being real. We don't. We need Anthony Joshua to win. How about that one?
Do you disagree with Frank Warren asking Daniel Dubois' father to be part of the team? That's kind of been the narrative portrayed.
No, because he knows. Because he knows that Daniel Dubois don't listen to nobody else. Right? So, yeah, and really and truly, if I was Daniel Dubois' father, I would have got my trainer's license so I could work in the corner. That's what I would have done.
Do you think you should have done that?
Yes, because he's going to be needed. He's going to be needed. I'm going to be real with you. He's going to be needed. And when Anthony Joshua, listen, myself, turn the camera, this man here, Marlon Morris of the Legacy Foundation, me and him drove, I want people to listen to this, me and him drove to go meet Darren Hammond, my former champion, who's now an excellent trainer. He was training a couple kids who were down at Ben Davison's, and they were doing some sparring with a couple of Ben's fighters, right? We're outside, I'm sat down in his beautiful BMW electric car. I'm sat in his car, all right? And while we're sat in the car, outside the gym where Anthony Joshua is, it's like on an industrial estate. You've been down there, right?
Yeah.
Right. All you're hearing is boom, boom, boom. Darren Hammond comes out the gym because he's got some books for me. I'm saying, right, Darren, what is that? Turn the camera. What did he say? Turn the camera to my guy.
He said that's Joshua punching the bags.
No, it's no joke. Now, I'm visualizing if Anthony Joshua lets off 2 of them right hands on Daniel Dubois, the guy who don't move his head, who ain't got no head movement, got a very good jab though, who don't move his head, right? He hasn't got very good defense, right? He fights like he's doing the budgie dance because his hands are up here. You cannot fight Anthony Joshua like this. Because by the time Anthony Joshua goes to trigger the right hand from an orthodox position, you got to do this to block the right hand. It's too long in traveling. You're going to get caught with a straight 1-2. You're going to get knocked out, bro. Remember, I'm telling you.
How big of an upset would it be if Daniel Dubois beat Anthony Joshua on Saturday night?
It wouldn't be because it's heavyweight boxing. I'm going to be real. It's heavyweight boxing. But I'm going to tell you this now, and I want you to listen to me, young John. No worker of iniquity, no juju worker, no abia worker, all my Jamaican people know what I'm talking about, no abia worker can't get no victory over Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua is pure, right? And the whole nation should get behind him. You know why? Because he's been a role model. Even when he's had relapses in the ring and broke off and things, he's been a role model. He's needed. I got children. Look at this guy, Anthony Joshua. Look what he's done. Look what he's accomplished. You know what? And he hasn't got scumbags around him. So therefore, I back Anthony Joshua to go do a job. I believe he's going to do a job. And it's not even difficult for me to say Anthony Joshua's going to go do a job because I believe that this is a mismatch. Peace, 2 fingers, I'm out. Always a pleasure. You know the measure. Later.
Spencer?
Big up my guy, Pugh and Cassius, the guy who named me the knowledge. I want people to realize this because loads of people are trying to turn their back now on IFL when IFL are the foundation. IFL are the foundation. All the rest of you followed IFL. IFL kind of followed me when I was doing my bit as a stunter, but IFL was the foundation. Love.
Thank you, Spencer.